2024 marks a banner year for tourism recovery, with Hong Kong welcoming its 1 millionth Filipino visitor, a record-breaking milestone. The Philippines leads Southeast Asia in tourism, contributing significantly to Hong Kong's vibrant and fast-recovering travel industry. Joining us today to discuss this historic achievement is CJ Liew, Regional Director of Southeast Asia for the Hong Kong Tourism Board. She will share insights on the role of Filipino travelers and the future of Hong Kong tourism. CJ, good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning, Rain. Hi.
Can you start us off by giving us an overview of the Hong Kong Tourism Board and its role in promoting Hong Kong as a travel destination?
Sure. The Hong Kong Tourism Board is a government-subvented body tasked to promote as well as market Hong Kong as a travel destination worldwide and to enhance visitors' experience across their journey once they arrive. And we want to showcase how Hong Kong, as Asia's world city, has something to offer to everyone, no matter what kind of traveler you may be, regardless of age and their preferences in travel itineraries.
And it has been reported the Philippines has become a key market in Hong Kong's tourism recovery. What factors do you think have contributed to this strong resurgence in Filipino arrivals?
Well, for this year, we have recovered more than 127% as compared to pre-pandemic levels. This very strong arrival trend from Philippines to Hong Kong can be attributed to four key factors. First and foremost, maintaining connection with our trade, media, as well as our consumers was our main focus throughout the pandemic when travel was not possible. So we managed to engage with the Philippines partners through webinars as well as online workshops, such that when Hong Kong was reopening its borders, our very supportive trade partners were ready to push forth Hong Kong products. And secondly, of course, we relied very heavily on Hong Kong's diverse tourism offers. So including our theme parks, shopping districts, outlying islands, culinary delights continue to draw the Filipinos. And besides that, our attractions like Hong Kong Disneyland and Ocean Park, Hong Kong, which are always in the itineraries. And there is always shopping. And as we know, Hong Kong is a culinary paradise. So we can actually really enjoy dim sum in a local cha chan tang and be dining at the Michelin-starred restaurant in the next moment. So our diverse offerings were really a main draw. The third factor I wanted to share was really what helped us to connect with the Filipinos was that during the pandemic, we focused on maintaining the connection with our Filipino market and really by adapting new ways to engage with them. Since in-person activities were limited back then, we created a campaign called the 100 Reasons to Miss Hong Kong to bring the essence of Hong Kong directly to the homes of the Filipinos. So through this initiative, we highlighted the things that people have come to love about the city, be it food, shopping, nightlife, and nature, giving Filipinos a chance to reminisce about their past visits. And when travel resumed, we actually faced another unique challenge, not just that how to bring the Filipino travelers back, but also how to make a very strong statement to relaunch Hong Kong to the world. So being one of the last cities to reopen our borders, we needed to create a strong comeback campaign. So that was when Hello Hong Kong campaign was born, and we kicked off with 500,000 free flights to Hong Kong, as well as a 1 million Hong Kong goodies vouchers, making it an irresistible invite for those who are keen to revisit the city again. And the fourth point I wanted to share was that we embarked on a very creative collaboration through music, fashion, and movies to reconnect with everyone. So riding on star power, we brought to life creative projects like music videos shoot in Hong Kong featuring KD and Alexa. We also did magazine cover with Mega featuring David as well as Barbie Forteza. And the first of its kind movie titled Under Parallel Skies, which saw the first ever pairing of Janela Salvador with Thailand's heartthrob Win Metamin. So, and besides star power that we borrowed, something more localized that we did was this year we focused on the essence of the relationship that Filipinos have with Hong Kong. So a video series titled Of Course Hong Kong was launched featuring Hong Kong-based Filipinos and their personal recommendations for attractions and spots to visit in the city. And this really gave the public new perspectives on Hong Kong. And these little touches and efforts have been instrumental in bringing Filipinos back to Hong Kong, ensuring it remains a top destination among the Filipinos. And lastly, the last factor I wanted to share was the mega events in Hong Kong that really helped to draw in the visitors that focused on experiential travel. So, with the recent trend of traveling to events and festivals, there is a growing popularity in concert tourism. An example is the recently concluded Clockenflap, which is an annual music and arts festival in Hong Kong, brings about a high turnout every year. And concerts in general of well-known artists in Hong Kong also do very well. So the Filipinos choose to watch the shows in Hong Kong so as to experience a different kind of concert atmosphere. And they really throw in concerts into their Hong Kong itineraries. And of course, not forgetting Hong Kong's very vibrant art scene, as well as our gastronomic events, also draw in huge crowds every year.
Right, we're definitely loving all of the adoration, perhaps, that even Dubai is sharing with the Philippines right now and Filipinos' support for Hong Kong and Dubai. Now, Hong Kong, again, saw a record breaking 1 million Filipino visitors this year. How has this milestone impacted local businesses and perhaps the tourism industry overall there?
So, for the hospitality sector, this meant that there's really higher hotel occupancy and increased demand for travel-related services, including our attractions as well as our malls. Local businesses wise, from family-owned shops to bigger hot restaurant chains, as well as to the bars and all, we really have felt the impact firsthand. And it's very heartwarming to see the neighborhoods buzzing again with energy. And it's very apparent because you see Filipinos family eating at local tea houses, groups of friends shopping at the street markets, and couples taking in the stunning views at the Peak as well as Victoria Harbour. And in support of all these growth, we rolled out initiatives such as the Hong Kong Goodies and the Hong Kong Night Treats, where visitors could redeem vouchers for shopping, dining, and attractions within Hong Kong. And we had the support of 16,000 merchant outlets simultaneously handing out good deals to our tourists, which helped really local businesses to attract even more customers.
Definitely lots of incentives there, and we're all appreciative of that. And now, while this is a celebratory moment, Southeast Asia has other emerging tourism hubs. How does Hong Kong plan to maintain its competitive edge in the region?
Well, Hong Kong, we are constantly rejuvenating and developing new experiences to give tourists more exciting options, like West K, the West Kowloon Cultural District. It is transforming the city into an arts and cultural hub, featuring museums like M Plus, which houses contemporary art exhibitions, as well as a Hong Kong Palace Museum, which offers us a glimpse into our history. And events such as is really a big part of what keeps Hong Kong at the top of people's minds. Hosting international events like Art Basel Hong Kong, the Hong Kong Wine and Dine Festival, and Hong Kong Sevens means the world's eyes are on us throughout the year. And next year, the newly opened Kai Tak Sports Park, which has a seating capacity of 50,000, will host Coldplay's world tour in April and Hong Kong Sevens as well. So we are anticipating an even larger and wilder crowd at the rugby games. And as early as February next year, our twin Panda Cups at Ocean Park, Hong Kong, are anticipating their first public appearance. So this is yet another reason for the families to visit the theme park once again. So be it food, sports, culture, we're always finding new ways to innovate and engage with people.
CJ, Hong Kong is, of course, is one of the most expensive cities in the world, but that didn't stop Filipino travelers from spending an average of 7,100 Hong Kong dollars per trip. Can you discuss how this aligns with Hong Kong's strategy to attract high-spending tourists?
Well, Hong Kong is really known for its very diverse offerings. We're known as a shopping destination that offers variety ranging from street stores to luxury malls, catering to tourists with different preferences as well as budgets. We're also a melting pot of different cultures and cuisines, which is really a big draw for Filipinos since we know everyone likes food, right? So they really want to experience our gastronomy scene, which can be offered, from street food to Michelin-starred restaurant. And the range of accommodations in the different Hong Kong neighborhoods also caters to every type of travel budget. which explains why Hong Kong is a place that Filipinos aspire to keep coming back. And we, in turn, are very inspired to continue to offer unique experiences to make their trips different each time they visit.
Definitely, Hong Kong has a special place in our hearts. But do you see any challenges that the Hong Kong tourism sector faced post-pandemic, and how have you adapted to overcome them?
Well, the challenges faced actually by most of the destinations upon resumption of travel were very similar. So mainly with factors like flight capacity, taking longer time to fully recover, getting manpower back to the hospitality and service industry also posed a problem initially. As well as a strong Hong Kong dollar, which made it a little bit difficult for some of our travelers. But despite all these challenges, we have seen a steady growth in visitor numbers. So in 2023, Hong Kong welcomed 34 million visitors, which was actually more than what we expected and forecasted at the beginning of the year. And it is really a sign that we are on the right track and the tourists really miss Hong Kong. And we've also rallied the support of our local Hong Kong industry, including our travel agents, airlines, hotels, restaurants, and attractions to move forward together and to really develop a plans for the year. And we have also maintained to be very flexible and responsive, keeping a very close eye on the recovery in different markets. So Southeast Asia in particular has bounced back rather quickly, with Philippines leading as the number one source market. And in 2023, Southeast Asia is already back at 70% of pre-pandemic figures.
CJ, on the side, you mentioned that you work together with a lot of the airline industries as well as the hotels. Would you be able to share with us whether much of your budget, much of the investment that you've made went to all these industries to be able to bring down prices for tourists to be able to go to Hong Kong more?
Well, in terms of investments, I think we are it's not only towards the industries in Hong Kong, but we are also investing in a lot of promotions in throughout Southeast Asia and the rest of the world. So I think for us, the main thing is really to focus on promoting Hong Kong for what it has, all the diverse offerings that we have, and what a beautiful city we are, and all the things that you can enjoy when you're back in the city.
Certainly, as a former worker and resident of Hong Kong, I really appreciate the region. Now, for many, travel, of course, evokes deep emotions and cherished memories. Are there personal or professional moments that stand out for you when reflecting on Hong Kong's tourism recovery journey?
Sure. Well, for personally, while Hong Kong is better known for its skyscrapers and building architecture and all, did you know that 70% of Hong Kong actually comprises of green spaces, and there are 263 outlying islands and 24 country parks. So each time I visit Hong Kong, I'll make sure I take time to explore a different hiking trail and nature space, and this is really healing for me. And it is really amazing because it's really easy to get to these trails and yet come back in time for an awesome meal back in the city. That really never fails to amaze me. And I'm glad you brought up this about the recovery journey, because the pandemic had a very profound impact on all of us in the travel industry. And it really wasn't until travel resumed that we began seeing joyful faces of tourists back in the city again. And we truly understood how much we have missed that connection. And now when I visit the tourist spots in Hong Kong, I can really feel that connection again. And the grateful smiles we receive speak volumes about the positive impact of tourism's return.
Well, hopefully, we'll also see Hong Kong locals visit the Philippines in the near future. Thank you so much, CJ Liew, Regional Director of Southeast Asia for the Hong Kong Tourism Board, for sharing your insights into this historic milestone. Thank you.
Thank you so much.